Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the weekly reading for June 22nd to the 28th. This is a pick a card reading for your forecast as far as what's going to be happening for you this week. Welcome back to the channel. Please remember to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for all upcoming videos. And if you have a second, don't forget to check out the links that we have in the description with regard to our store for buying personal readings, as well as Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and of course our new Facebook group is now available as well. So for those of you who aren't familiar with pick a card readings, we have 3 piles today, 1, 2, 3. The idea is to pick one of the piles, or more than one pile. You're more than welcome to stay with us for the whole video. And within the pile that you're choosing will be your forecast for what to look forward to this week. You can also pick by crystal. We have hematite, tiger's eye, or aventurine. And if you prefer to use the meditation method, we can do a short meditation for you right now. If you want to just sit back, relax, close your eyes, take a deep breath, exhale, open your eyes slowly. Whichever pile your eyes were drawn to is a pile that's intended for you for this reading. The timestamps for each of the piles will be in both the description and the top comment for those using a mobile device. Let's get into your readings for this week. Welcome to those who chose pile 1, or the hematite crystal. This again is your reading for June 22nd to the 28th. We have 8 cards in your reading today. I'm going to turn them all over and we're going to go through the message as a whole for the entire spread. So let's begin. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords in reverse, the Magician, Unbound, and underneath it says, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Make a decision. Feeling stuck or indecisive? Listen to your intuition and make a decision. Victory, or number 28. The High Priestess of Water, or number 4. And for your shadow card for this week, pile 1, we have DT with Revenge. So what I'm seeing for you, pile 1, is that you are hardworking this week, of course, as you normally would be. And thankfully, with the 5 of Swords in reverse, you don't have any issues with regard to any kind of conflict or any kind of issues with regard to your communication skills. Normally, if it was upright, that would dictate that, but being in the reverse, we're okay. It could also denote for some of you that there could be an issue later on in the week, just to be careful of it, or just to be aware that that's upcoming so you're able to swerve around any kind of conflicts or issues. The Magician card, of course, is wonderful, especially considering today is the new moon. I'm hoping you were able to get your manifestations in, and remember that because it's the new moon energy, and with the annular solar eclipse, you actually have the first few days to really get that manifestation, all your wishes sort of in place, as they say. So you do have that ability, and your manifestations will be taking place and being brought into play this week as well. Now, Unbound, your card here with regard to the releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. That could be something to do with what you've actually manifested or what you've asked for this particular season. And so this week it's really starting to come into play with regard to your any kind of ancestral patterns, any kind of what they classify as ancestral sin. So anytime you ever catch yourself saying, well, my parents did it that way, kind of thing, you're actually coming away from that. You're being your own person. You're starting new trends, new traditions. And don't forget too that this week we also have the Neptune Retrograde, which starts on the 23rd. So with regard to that, remember that that's removing any kind of disillusionment and literally taking off any rose-colored glasses that you may have actually been wearing recently, especially with the Venus retrograde, which has been happening. Thankfully, that one is actually over the following day. So Neptune goes into retrograde to help you with removing those rose-colored glasses on Tuesday the 23rd. And on the 24th, the Venus retrograde actually goes back into going its regular, or sorry, Venus itself goes back into going its regular route. And so that any kind of aspect that you've been feeling because of that particular retrograde will actually be null and void, as it were. You do have also the make a decision. So again, with regard to your manifesting ability as the magician and being unbound by any kind of disillusionments, etc. It's funny, I could actually probably get around to using this for the Neptune reading that's happening later in the week. But with regard to that, it's just asking you to make a decision if you happen to be sitting on the fence on anything. This is actually a really good time, especially with regard to your work and any kind of conflict avoidance that you're working on right now as well. You are assured of victory with regard to whatever it happens to be as well. And don't forget that the numbers on the top, if you bring that 28 down, it actually becomes a 10, which is a completion. So victory with a completion. So it's not only just, say, the 6 of Wands kind of victory, this is actually like a 10 of something kind of victory going on for you as well. You do have the High Priestess of Water from the House of Night deck as well, which also has a number 4, which usually refers to home, family, and if it's your life path number 4, if that happens to be where you're at, you are hardworking. Again, remember that you also have that. The idea, again, with the High Priestess of Water is it's similar to the Queen of Cups in that you have a mastery with regard to your intuition and being able to use that in your emotional standings. So you're able to really feel and know when something is going a certain way, or be able to really be in tune with yours and other people around you's emotions as well, which could help with your decision making, any kind of conflict resolutions that I mentioned, and being unbound from any kind of issues with regard to ancestral pasts, etc. It could also help you this week with regard to forgiveness, personal forgiveness, forgiving others, forgiving the past in any way as well. It's just a matter of making that decision and working hard towards it. Your one shadow card, though, for this week, don't forget, is the Revenge card. So it's basically the card stating that there's something to do with revenge that's either in your past or hovering over you, and that could be where we've got this potential conflict coming from. It's not an absolute conflict, otherwise it would be upright. It's just the shadow of it is there. So it may be that you are working through something at this time. You're really coming sort of unbound from whatever it happens to be, and you're heading toward victory, but you do have that sort of hold back kind of shadow self that's an inkling a little bit of maybe, wanting that revenge with regard to somebody getting a promotion where you should have in your eyes, or someone. I don't really have any cups necessarily here except for the High Priestess of Water, but it could have to do with a relationship as well with regard to maybe a breakup that happened recently, or something to that effect, which also could say as to why there may have been or may potentially be some kind of conflict happening. The revenge card is just something for you to work on and keep sort of in the background to consider, but as long as you are able to keep it at bay or work around it, forgive yourself for having it, become unbound to it, and make that decision to be victorious, be the bigger person, manifest with your magician self, work hard, and really have that wonderful victorious week that you're meant to. So this is what I see for you, Pile 1, for the week of June 22nd to the 28th. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you do have a wonderful week and that you are truly victorious and able to get everything that you want from your manifestations. Thank you for joining again. Bye for now. Welcome to your reading for those who picked Pile 2 or the Tiger Eye Crystal. This is for you for June 22nd to the 28th. We have 8 cards in your pile today, so we're going to spread them all out and see what the entire message for your week is. We're starting off with the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the Star, you're already doing it, stop overthinking, keep facing your true north, rest, you've been working hard, take a nap and get some rest. Door to Spirit with the number 32 on the top. Vision with the number 8. And your shadow card for the week is Pale or Peel with Transformation. Okay, Pile 2, so you are finally being able to let go of something that's been burdening you for the past while. You're coming into a time of wish fulfillment with regard to the 9 of Cups as well, which is wonderful. The 10 of Wands, is with regard to something just being overwhelming, overburdened, and finally being able to release that as a 10. It's the end of a cycle. The Star card is another card, yet again, of wish fulfillment, so I don't know what you manifested, but it's coming through for you. You're already doing it, again, absolutely. I'm just going to sit here and let you look at these, because I obviously can't add anything. But yeah, basically what you're being asked right now is Spirit is saying, okay, you're here, you can rest, you've got your wish fulfillment, you've got everything you wanted. You know, you're already doing it. Don't overthink it. Don't keep asking for it. It's either on the way or you've already received it and you're like, I already know this. Why am I watching this? Please keep watching. But yeah, right now they're just asking you to take that rest, take a nap. Just literally, it's a week for taking naps. It's too hot out to do anything interesting. The door into Spirit is open for you right now, which is awesome, especially during a manifestation period, especially during this like solar eclipse manifestation period as well. So don't forget to keep in touch with them with regard to gratitude though. So if you are receiving or have received that wish, have had that fulfillment, don't forget to say thank you for their hard work, your hard work, and everybody's hard work with regard to receiving that. Your vision is obviously clear. It's being manifested as it should be. I don't know if you are someone who really is able to see visions, or if you're someone who's just has a clear vision of what you want. But whatever the thing is that you've asked for is literally as your vision has dictated according to Spirit in the universe. Your shadow card for the week is Transformation. It's just being aware within yourself, because you're having all this really great luck, because you're having everything going your way. Be aware of your own transformation at this time and the possibility of your own transformation in the fact that once people start to get what they want, once people start to really see things coming their way, it can go to your head, as some people say. So just be aware that if you're talking to somebody who happens to be a little bit down on their luck or is still trying to work on their manifestations, don't be overboard with, I got everything I wanted, yay. Just sort of be supportive. Yes, you've got yours, absolutely. You can celebrate that, but just don't hold it over people. So take this time to really enjoy what you have. Enjoy the fact that you've received everything that you've been wishing for, and the door for you is wide open as far as the manifestations. And your ability to see things as well is open, so your ability to see what's going on with regard to other people and where they're at is also open. So don't forget to take that rest and just be aware of the transformation that's happening within you at this time with regard to everything that you've been receiving and been asking for. As I mentioned, this is regarding to stop overthinking, but it also is a reminder to keep facing your true north. So keep in line with your own personal self. Change as in growing is fine. Change as in becoming that next level you is fine, as long as you're staying true to yourself within the changes that you're making, and that the changes you're making are true to who you want to be, true to who you are, and true to who you can live with. The shadow transformations are more in line with being aware of any kind of negative transformations that can take place when things go our way a little too much, or suddenly go our way more than they have been going. So just be aware of where you're at with regard to enjoying what you have, enjoying what you've received. You are letting go of burdens, which is awesome. Just be aware of what you're letting go of, and the fact that when you let go of something, someone else picks it up, of course. Energy flows, energy doesn't disappear. So any kind of issue that you may have been experiencing is going to be experienced by somebody else at a later time. So be aware of where you're at right now, and remember to be open to where other people may be as well. Spirit is just wanting to make sure that you are aware of each person's manifestation being a little bit different, each person's path in life, where they're on in that path and what chapter they're on is going to be a little bit different. So while you're having your 9 of Cups wish fulfillment and your star moment this week, some other people may not be. So that's the only kind of thing to look out for that you're being asked to do with regard to others and with regard to how happy you are around others with your newfound manifested what have yous. Spirit is asking you to take a break this week with regard to any new manifestations, because you have got your wish fulfillment this week. They're like, great, we've got you, don't worry, you're good to go. Enjoy what you've received. Don't forget to actually enjoy and have gratitude for everything that you've received. The door to Spirit is open, but it's also open in the fact that they are aware of where you're at and where you want to be. So at this time, you've received everything you need. You don't have to keep asking. That's great. Just take that rest. Have that break. There's always next new moon. Don't worry if you want to change something else. But just for now, you're just being asked to take the week off. This is what I see for you, Pile 2, for the week of the 22nd to the 28th. Don't forget also, because of the retrogrades that are happening this week, we've got Mercury, of course, is happening at the moment. Always love Mercury. But we're also going to be having Neptune starting on Tuesday, so that's going to talk about disillusionment and the basically removal of rose-colored glasses. So anything that you may think is a certain way, or you may be seeing as something wonderful, it's just going to give you that reality check as far as what the actual truth of it is. It's not going to change the fact that you've got everything you're asking for. It's just going to be something that's going to open your eyes to more things that are actually really happening right now. So hopefully you're able to enjoy this week. It looks like you're going to have an awesome one. And look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now. Welcome, Pile 3, to your reading for June 22nd to the 28th. If you picked either Pile 3 or the Aventurine, this is for you. We have 8 cards today, so we're going to go through and spread them all out and see what the message of the total is. We've got the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Imrama, and underneath it says, where are you being called to journey to? We have a new dawn. The worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. The garden and the gate, number 30. Denial with number 14. And your shadow card for the week, Pile 3, is Fortuna with Fate. So what I'm seeing for you is a lot of fire energy. You've got a fast approaching something or other. Whatever it is, whether it's your manifestation that you were asking for during the new moon, or whether it's an information that's coming towards you or an item that's coming towards you, it's coming towards you in a haste. You are a bit defensive about it, though. It's not anything where you're not actually in a conflict of any kind, but you're very defensive at this time with regard to whatever this is that's coming in. It could be something that you're wanting to protect, and it could be something you're wanting to protect against. Whatever it is that's coming is actually delaying a new start with regard to something in the monetary or 3D realm. So the Ace of Pentacles in the upright position refers to a new start in a financial venture, business, maybe buying a new home or car, or something to do with material items. Whatever that is actually just being blocked right now. It's not being stopped entirely, it's just being delayed. So whatever this new message or this new thing is that's coming so fast at you that you're feeling defensive or protective of it, it's actually delaying that beginning of that new chapter for you. What Spirit is wondering and wanting you to really figure out right now is, where are you being asked to journey to? So that could actually be what it is. It could be a message with regard to a journey that you're meant to take, a side sort of a detour that you're taking right now, which is also why you could be defensive, because you're like, but I really want to start this new venture, this new financial what have you, and for whatever reason you're being asked to take this detour at this time and you're very not into that. It is a new dawn though, remember, so you do have this card regarding the worst is now behind you, so positive new experiences are on the horizon. I'm just going to skip over for a second to your shadow card though at this time, because your shadow card is Fate. So this could actually be what you are defensive or protective of, is the fact that you've got this fast moving thing coming into towards you, but you are in a defensive posture right now, really protecting either what you have or protecting against what you're having come, which is stopping you from receiving this new item or this new dawn, because you're worried about fate, and maybe you've had previous experiences where these new chapters have started with regard to finances and they didn't actually pan out for you in a certain way that you had hoped. So you're being asked to, in that case, journey towards this new dawn. You're being asked to stop being protective, because what's happening is this new thing is, okay. I love when Spirit does this to me. This new thing that's coming in super fast to you is actually this new venture. If you were to let your guard down, put down your staff, this would have a chance to arrive. Because you're being defensive at this time, because you're blocking it yourself with this desire to not have the same thing happen again, and instead of just worrying about not having the same thing happen again, you're literally telling Spirit that you don't want anything like that again, including this new venture. What you're being asked to do with regard to your journey, and what you're being asked to do at this time, is to really pull yourself out of that fated bias, pull yourself away from that. Remember that we do have the retrograde for Neptune this week, so you do have the ability to remove disillusionment, it's not rose-colored glasses in this sense, but that also is covered by Neptune. So what you're being asked at this point, though, is to remove the disillusionment that it's going to be the same as last time. You're being asked to lay down your arms, lay down your staff, and allow this new adventure to start for yourself with this new investment or this new financial what have you that's coming really fast. Because it is a new dawn, it's a new time, and the Garden and the Gate card literally is a woman who, and it does, I mean, if you're a guy watching role reversal, fine. It's someone who is wanting what's on the other side of the gate, looking off into the horizon as if they want something that's over there, but they're not ready to open the gate, which most likely is not even locked. It's just you and your defenses are what are keeping that gate door closed. The denial isn't coming from outside. The denial is coming from your internal struggle. So the fruit is hanging low. I think it's fruit. It looks like grapes. The fruit is hanging low. If you just reach for it, it's there for you. You're kind of holding back and keeping yourself in this defensive posture because you're worried about something recurring that happened previously. What you're being asked to do, and what you'll be able to see when the Neptune retrograde starts on Tuesday, is the disillusionment will fall away from you, and you'll be able to see that it's not fated that you have to go through the same kind of failures again. You are journeying into a new dawn that's coming towards you very rapidly, that wants to provide you with this new venture, this new income, investment, whatever. All you have to do is open the door, reach out for it, and grab it. But to do so, you have to drop your weapon. You have to drop your defenses to be able to pick up on this new start that's coming towards you. So this is what I have for you, Pile 3, for the week. It looks very promising. Just try and get yourself out of that sort of mindset. Again, like I said, it'll all become a little bit more clear for you by Tuesday with the retrograde starting. Hang in there. Enjoy whatever this new venture is that's coming towards you. Have a wonderful time with it. Have a great week. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.